What if your laptop could borrow Google's GPU for free? Not through a browser, not through a Jupyter notebook, directly from your terminal. A few weeks ago, Google quietly released something called the Colab CLI. Lets your computer offload heavy AI workloads to a free cloud GPU with just a few commands. Think of your laptop as a remote control. The files stay on your machine, you send the work to Google's hardware, and a few minutes later, the results come back. Today, I'll use it to run Whisper, the world's most popular open source speech-to-text model. Instead of making my fanless MacBook Air work overtime, I'll let Google's free T4 GPU do the heavy lifting. But this isn't really a Whisper tutorial. Once you understand the setup, you can use the same workflow for all kinds of AI projects. Transcription, image generation, the GPU-intensive tasks, without owning an expensive AI computer. In the next 8 minutes, I'll show you exactly how to set it up, how the free tier works. Let's dive in. Now let's first learn how to install it. It's always good to follow the official instructions. They're recommending using UV tool install Google Colab CLI. I'll just highlight this one and then copy this, go back to our terminal, paste in, hit return. All right, so I've already installed it, so it takes just a few seconds for me. For you, if it's your first time, it might take a little bit longer. Now, it's a good practice to always specify a local directory before we start a new Colab session. And really good thing about it is, as long as you have a Gmail account, you're good to go. You don't need to click on any buttons to enable anything else. On the Google ecosystem, you can operate everything from your own terminal. So it's going to be cd desktop Whisper Colab. All right, now in this Whisper Colab, I just dropped in my test.mp3 audio file so we can test it out together very soon. Now, similar to when we're using a browser-based Colab session, where we need to change runtime, meaning that we want to use the T4 GPU as almost the whole point there. So we're gonna just say here, Colab, new, GPU, capitalize T4, and hit return. Now, if it's your first time, it's gonna prompt your browser to open the window and ask you to log in through your Gmail account. And the process is really simple. Then you just click through and it will generate a code for you to copy and paste back to your terminal. And you will be all set with the authorization process. And after that, every time you type Colab new GPU T4, it will just start a new session. Great, it now says create session and there's a session number. It says session ready, so cool. Simple as that. And let's double check. For example, you're allowed to have multiple sessions running. Well, if you're using a free plan, which I am right now for this type of job, I think a free plan is more than enough to transcribe a multi-hour long audio per day. So let's do a quick check. Colab sessions. Just in case sometimes we may have accidentally started multiple sessions, that's going to eat up our free quota very soon. Okay, double checked. There's only one session in use, so we're good to go with the free plan. And now here in this session, it's like, again, we're using a remote control with the terminal here. We still need to install the Whisper package in this virtual machine hosted by Google Colab. How do we do that? Colab install -s, and let's copy and paste our session number from above to here, and the Whisper installing link right here. And then we just hit enter. Okay, it says it's installing packages on this designated session. And installation complete. Just a few seconds. Super fast. As if we were running things using the browser-based Colab, right? And it's so nice because our own computer is not heating up at all. Now, here's the slightly tricky part. If you're like me, we do rely on Whisper AI to help us transcribe a lot of stuff. very often, then I think it's good to have a Python script ready so that we don't need to type in everything every time we open a new Colab session. So here, what we do here is just typing nano transcribe.py. Let's create a Python script file. Now it opens up this kind of editor window. Okay, now you just have to enter these following codes, which tells Google Colab session to take on what kind of arguments when we run the Whisper transcription again. Really importantly, every time you run this, you have to go in there and change the file name to the audio file or video file you want to transcribe. So in my case, it's test.mp3. Then save it and then Ctrl X to exit securely. And then we have to upload the audio file to our virtual machine provided by Google Colab. Now we do is Colab upload -s, the session number, audio file numbers to the location, which is within the content folder in Google Colab, and hit return. Okay, it says uploaded to the content folder. Well, the next step is to actually do the transcription task. So Colab exec -s, session number, and -f transcribe.py. We're asking it to run the Python transcript. Hit return. Now imagine this is it doing the transcription task. It shall take a little while. In my test file today, it's a 20-minute audio file. Okay, after a few minutes, it says completed process. And let's try download the SRT file to see if it's successful. So just type Colab download, again, session number under the content folder, test.srt. And since we are naming the downloaded file the same, so we're going to say test.srt file again here and hit return. Oh, it said downloaded. Okay, let's go to our folder. And indeed, I've got this SRT file downloaded. Perfect. By default, Whisper will generate 5 different forms of transcription file, including SRT, TXT, VTT, TSV, and JSON. So depending on what you need, just change the file type here from SRT to other types of your need. Perfect. And the very last step, we actually want to stop the session. So it tells Google Colab we're not using the virtual machine anymore. So the next time when we start a new one, it will not conflict our new session. Okay, just say Colab, stop, session number, and session terminated. And voila, this is how to use your personal computer's terminal as a remote control to use a free T4 GPU provided by Google Colab. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial and give it a try. I think it really opens up a lot of possibilities in your AI workflows. Please like and subscribe if this video has helped you in any way. See you next time.